Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Philadelphia Union versus CF Pachuca in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, round of 16, leg 1. Philadelphia Union contra CF Pachuca en la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Octavos de final partido ida. We're about to kick off. Starting 11s are as follows. For Philadelphia Union, in goal, Andre Blake. The back four of Olivier Mbaizo, Jakob Glesnes, Nathan Harriel, Kai Wagner. The midfield three of Jack McGlynn, El Brujo Martinez, Alejandro Bedoya. And the front three of Quinn Sullivan, Mikhail Ura, and Daniel Gazdag. For Pachuca, in goal, we got Carlos Moreno, Luis Rodriguez, Gustavo Cabral, Sergio Barreto, and Brian Gonzalez, Pedro Pedraza, Nelson De Osa, Miguel Rodriguez, Eric Sanchez, Usama Idrisi, and Solomon Rondon for Pachuca. We're off a minute into this match. Of course, we had Herediano going 2-0 up on aggregate over Robin Hood. We just finished that one. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. And we will have some fun with this match. Playing forward. Pachuca defending the ball around the box. And we'll have some good fun here. 118 in this match. 0-0. Said it was said. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Super chats are on as well. And that'll be fun. This will be fun, I should say. We're off. 131 in this match. Perfect. All right. We got one like. Y'all hit that like button. Let's go. Philly playing forward. So far, looking good. Philly in their 15 kits, their XV kits. Pachuca in their homes. White with blue stripes. Let me get the stats for this Herediano game. We'll clear that page out. And let me just get the tracker because I don't got to do anything else but fill the tracker. There we go. All right. So, playing forward. All right, playing forward. Let's get the stats on this. 40 shots. Jesus H. Christ. Playing forward. Glesnes and Blake are arguing because I'm sure Glesnes damn near screwed something up. Over to Bar. Corner. Here comes Pachuca. 4th minute. Shot. Header. Cleared. Shot. Save. Past the post. That'll be a goal kick. Fouls. corners, and that'll be that. There we go. Got it. Playing forward is Pachuca. So all those stats have been gotten. There we go. Sup, y'all? How we doing? Ricola. 5th minute. Pachuca has way more possession, 65%, 35% as this game goes. So we got 90 minutes of this. I'll do the RSR, and then after that's that. As the Tigres game is going, after that's that. There you go. See what our results are saying. Too early to call Vermont. Too early to call Virginia. 6 minute. How we doing? Playing for it. Have a Timbers water bottle now. Nice. That's awesome. Playing forward. 7th minute. That'll be a free kick. Philly. Wagner slips it into McGlynn. Nothing there. Playing forward, long ball. Philly. Ura. Man, he's trash. And Daniel's a member. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining as a Dynasty star. Daniel, member of the channel. Shot past the post. Big ups to Daniel. Let's go. Love it. Love it. We love it. Remember to give you a shout out at the end of the video tonight, and I'll put you on the stream. I'll put you on the list. Members list of streams and all that in the description. 8th minute. Daniel W. How we doing, Winvo? Almada's Pachuca hasn't gotten off to a great start. Not able to watch either tie for Orlando because tonight's 3 and the next one's 3:30. Yeah, it's not great. They put those freaking Tigres Orlando ties so damn late. 8, 5. Now it's 10:30. It's actually later. It's 10:30 p.m. my time next week. Let me check the CONCACAF website. I just realized I'm not going to be able. There it is. Okay. Like, I'm going to do the 2 early ones next week on, I think, Tuesday was what it was. Again, even though it's not as early as 10 o'clock. It's not going to do well for me. I'll be watching the CONCACAF W Gold Cup semifinals as those games going. How we doing? How we doing, Rafa? How we doing? Saludos. Saludos. At 6 o'clock, 9:15. Okay. So I think most of it through both games. Goal. Says somebody. Plays it back. Andre Blake gives it away. Header. Good setup. Headed away. But Philly could go forward. Up the top. Here's a chance. Philly. Good defensive play. I don't think there's any. It still says 0-0 on FOTMob, and that's like a couple of seconds ahead, so I don't think so. Somehow Fluminense and Botafogo, where her Botafogo player was lying on the floor and the Fluminense goalkeeper decided to drag him off himself. Oh, I remember. Toronto did something like that. Yeah. I remember back when Felipe was faking an injury and he got dumped off the field by a Toronto goalkeeper. I think it was Joe Bendick. It's either him or Konopka. I think it was Joe Bendick, though. The year was Konopka Bendick, but I think it was Joe Bendick who dropped him off the pitch. But of course, it was Felipe faking an injury. So now y'all's Felipe. Now y'all's 11th minute. Yeah, Zealandism. I know. I watch his second channel. 11th minute. Some of the most. I think it was. Playing forward. Philly still 0-0. 0-0. And player goes down. Funny thing is the sub on Botafogo threw his hurt teammate back on the field. Yep, that's Brazilian shithousing for you. It legitimately, no, they say 9:30 on the CONCACAF website. 7:15 and 9:30 next week for the Tuesday matches. So I could do that. Yeah, I will do Tigres Orlando next week. Okay. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. I thought it said 9:30 for Tigres Orlando. So I'll check on that Monday if that is right. CONCACAF is right or FOTMob's right. But if CONCACAF is right, I will do Pachuca, Philly, Tigres Orlando next Tuesday. Miami, Nashville, Chivas America next Wednesday because, of course, those are the two big ones. And Robin Hood probably are done. Hate to say it. And then Alajuelense, New England, Monterey, Cincinnati next Thursday. Of course, on Wednesday, we're doing Houston, Columbus, Chivas America. Then we're doing Cincinnati, Monterey, Nashville, Miami on Thursday. I mean, of course, I'll be watching the Orlando and New England games, but I'm not covering them this week. Same thing for Columbus, Houston, and Robin Hood, Herediano. Playing forward. I don't know. Who she'll have to be at her back. Sadly, Sasha Banks signed AEW, so that's out. Maybe I could see her being a quick getting some help from Aladon and Alba Fire, probably. I could see that. 14th minute. Still 0-0. 0-0. Robin Hood or Cook, it'll be tough for them to come back. Yeah, I agree with that one. 14th minute. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Philly playing the ball forward. Pretty even game so far. And there's a win. Rafael Santos Bordi left Frankfurt for Internacional today. Man, how the mighty fall. He could have went to Toronto, and then he went to Frankfurt, and it doesn't go so well. Frankfurt, and it doesn't go so well. There's the first result of Super Tuesday, by the way. First confirmed result, if you're watching those results. Of course I am. 15th minute. Plays it back. I bought tickets to watch Dinamo vs. PAOK on the big screen at Croatian Center, buffet included, Thursday, 3 p.m. That sounds awesome. 15th minute, still 0-0, 0-0. Playing forward. Good play. Rounds keeper, but a big save. So, there we go. Uda is a fake striker, yep. And he was the one who scored to put him through. How things change, baby. How things change. 16th minute. Orlando, second leg is 9:30 p.m. Means Central. 10:30 be Eastern. My son got a ticket for my cousin for TFC game on Saturday night. See, that's probably what Fop Mob got messed up, was it was going by Eastern time, even though everything else was going by Central. So 9:30 Eastern. Oh my God, Philly's pitch does look horrible though. Look at that. It looks like a damn cow patch, by the way. Playing forward is Pachuca. Pachuca. Good defensive play by Philly. So far even. Throw it in the wood chipper. Take it out. Throw it in the wood chipper. Yeah, I don't think that'd be really useful for the pitch, though. Might as well just pull out the freaking lawnmower. Pull out a lawnmower. Pull out a lawnmower. You know? Oh, so it could be 8 o'clock? CONCACAF at Central Time said. CONCACAF said 9:30 Central Time, so either that means 8:30 Central or... Let's go Philly. So I think all the other sites are wrong. I think CONCACAF's right. No, I'm not going to lie. When Kofi won the world title back at WrestleMania 36, I cried. I legitimately cried. So, I don't know. I think it didn't hurt or didn't help that my Nana had passed about 3 or 4 weeks before Mania. About 2-3 weeks before. Yeah, I would say about 2 or 3 weeks before Mania. And I was their first WrestleMania or even pay-per-view I watched without her. And I think she really wanted to see the end of that Kofi Kingston storyline. Him come out on top. And I don't think that helped. You know. I don't think it did. I think there were extenuating circumstances that made me cry at the end of that match. But I did. So I don't think it's embarrassing, because if I said it was embarrassing, I'd be a hypocrite. I think if it's just the storyline itself, I wouldn't do it. But it was such a moving storyline, and then the fact, you know, it was the first pay-per-view without my Nana. It was bound to happen, I think, you know, and it was bound to happen. So, yeah, I did. I think that didn't help matters. Even though I was 19 years old at the time for that match. Still did. I don't think it was the storyline. I mean, part of it was the storyline, but I do think more of it was, you know, as I said, because let me tell you, one of the last big things I remember of my Nana was she was sitting on the couch behind me. She was watching SmackDown. I had TFC versus Independiente on my phone, right? She saw me freaking just get my heart broken into during that tie. You know? And that was one of the last big things. You know, it just sucks that that was one of the last big things I remember. Probably she would have remembered too. It was that TFC Independiente tie, you know. Header cleared. So just seeing that tie break my heart, you know, especially that first leg, you know. Like I remember it like it was yesterday, to be honest. 22nd minute. Yeah, I think so. Don't laugh. 22nd minute crossing. If you're laughing at me, don't. If you're laughing at that, fine. Don't. Better be laughing at the game. I remember going to the first few WrestleManias on closed circuit TV at Maple Leaf Gardens and Cobb's Coliseum in Hamilton. 23rd minute. Yeah, they are. But CONCACAF's crazy. Fair enough. Herediano had 2 chances better than Robin Hood. They had a lot more shots, but Funkel made a lot of saves. But Robin Hood got caught out twice and lost because of it. And they didn't have good. Okay. I believe him. I believe him. I was just making sure. Yeah, it sounds like that's going to happen. I don't know. It's all good. Yeah. So 9:30 Croatia. No. No, I just had to make sure, but I trust him. I don't think he would, but, you know. I don't think he would laugh at me or my stories about the story I was telling. I trust him, but I don't think there was anything to laugh at. But you know, it's just I'm surprised I'm not. I'm just glad I'm not crying on stream. Man, I miss my Nana. I miss her. I really do. Nothing feels the same. At all. Let's leave that alone. 25th minute. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I totally agree with that. Well, thank you. That's a big that's a big compliment. I know. That's what I thought it was, or the game. I thought it was, but you know, maybe it was the part of like I cried watching a wrestling match. Not really because of the storyline, but it kind of added on to it. But you know, just the moment, the moment, like just where it was in time, you know. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think I barely, if I watch wrestling, it's gonna be back here. Like over the past 4 years. If I watch wrestling, it's back here. I've gone up there for pay-per-views sometimes. If I'm watching a pay-per-view, I mean, there's a lot of matches that block it, but it's just hard for me to watch pay-per-views up there, like deep down. Like I like tradition and all that, but you know, sitting on that couch by myself, it's not the same. 27th minute. It's not the same. Do you watch Meat Canyon? No. 27th minute. Besides, didn't he retire? 0-0. Hmm. 27th minute. I'm going to my cousin's son's wedding in Osijek, Croatia, June 22nd. We love each other, defend the country. Some of my cousins died. Some of my cousins died defending Croatia in the 90s. Yep. I respect that. I would thank them for their service. Tougher men than I. Better man than I. I'll drink to that. Yeah, I don't know if they believe that, but we'll go with it. Semper Fi. Better man than I. Take a drink to that. I'll take a drink to that. 28th minute. That's what I thought. I mean, the show is actually pretty good. It's the fact that it's just not the same. Still hadn't been the same since 2019 for me, even though the show may be better, actually. Meat Canyon didn't retire. He's going on a hiatus. Saludos, Eduardo. Saludos. 0-0 esta noche. Philadelphia. Pretty even game so far. I think the show might actually be better. And there's another result. North Carolina called instantly. Well, there you go. On Super Tuesday. North Carolina called instantly. Vermont still waiting for that one. That's going to take a while, but I think 29th minute. Alabama at 8. Maine at 8. Massachusetts are 7-7-7, 7-7. So up to Tennessee 7. Then 7:30 is Arkansas 8, 8, 8. 10, 10, 11. Okay. Playing forward, cross in. Dubrovnik is a city in Croatia, which was a republic in 1776. They were the first country to recognize the USA when they declared themselves a republic. Now that I didn't know, actually. It's good to learn. I didn't know that. They don't teach you that. They teach that the French. They teach that the French helped, and the French was our first ally. and all that. They teach that. They don't teach about Dubrovnik, which is sad. I think that's a good thing to know. That's a good thing to know. Playing forward, Andre Blake to clear. See, you learn something new every day. Playing forward. Playing forward, Idrissi. Also, the White House is called that because the stone was brought from Dalmatia and Croatia. Also, didn't know that either. See, this just shows that even when it comes to American history, the education system does not teach you enough. It teaches you barely enough. And I've loved to learn history. I love to look things up myself, right? I've always learned things on my own terms and look things up myself. I did not know this. So that is interesting. Cross in. That's off the arm. No foul. Plays forward. Tons of white stone in Dalmatia. So, again, point being, if you don't educate yourself, you won't really truly be educated. Let's be honest. That's just the bare minimum truth. If you don't educate yourself, you'll never be educated to the level you need to be educated to succeed in this world. To be totally honest, to be totally honest, you got to teach yourself. And besides, they don't teach you anything worth a damn either. Like, I'm surprised my high school had a personal finance class and they made us take it. We had to pass it to graduate, either our senior year or our junior year, our grade 11 or 12 year. They had to make us take it. And you know what? I'm glad they did. I don't know if many schools do that, but my high school did. I think better off for it, I should say. 33rd minute. Better off for it, I should say. Probably. Also, both Carta and Champlain found Canada because their navigators were from Dalmatia. And Croatia has ties to everything. Was it all? It's all Croatia? Wait, it was all Croatia? It always was. Like that meme. Like, seriously, now I'm going to make that meme. Like, where that astronaut's looking at Earth, and he says, it was always blank. Wait, it was always blank? And it was like, always was. Here comes Pachuca. Here's a chance. Shot, blocked away. Always was. 34th minute. Drove by Tesla's house in Croatia. Always was. Pachuca took too long with that. Honestly, I'd say chip it from there. Honestly, chip it from there. Playing forward, it was a Croatian who invented the rocket and tie. Man, I got to just look up what Croatia's done in general. They let Philadelphia get back in position. Like, legitimately now, I think I'm going to just start studying what Croatia's done in Croatian history. It seems very interesting. Seems very interesting. Playing forward, safe. Third, fifth minute, 0-0, settle. Playing forward. My mother is English. I tell people England invented soccer and Croatia perfected soccer. Just a joke. No, you're right. I mean, Croatia's gotten way closer to a World Cup than England has since 1966, 76, 86, 96, 06, 16, 52, almost 60 years. 58 years. Croatia's gotten way closer in 58 years than English have. And let's remember, the English won the old trophy. They won the Jules Rimet, not the current trophy. So technically, I'm not saying it's a different lineage. I'm just saying they haven't won the current trophy. Shot, save. Thoughts on WWE adding a cruiserweight title and having R-Truth win it? I mean, I'd be good with that. Pretty much be like the 24/7 title, except he ain't defending it all the time. But technically, to me, if you ain't won the current trophy, the current World Cup trophy, you have no right. You have no right, or even been in a final for it. You have no right to keep talking about 1966. Besides, it was never a goal. It never crossed the line. The line the ball didn't cross. The ball didn't cross the line. So you got handed one at home. You have no right to talk. Croatia has more of a right to talk than you. They were 5 inches away from the World Cup trophy. And then they almost did it again last time. Still got third place. Still better than whatever England's done. Oh, wait, mind you, when did England do when they got to a third place match? Oh, yeah, they lost to Belgium. Oh, yeah, right. Then they backslid from that. Honestly, I don't think it's a joke. I think it's true. Croatia did perfect the game. It works. Whatever they do works. Maybe like pulling hair out, but whatever they do works. Playing forward, 39th minute. It didn't cross the line. So basically, the one world title that England won was handed to them. And I will always cross in. Ooh. I will always remind of that. Plays forward. Their old humor was great, yeah. Playing forward, 40th minute. Also, NYCFC having a semi-rebrand. I mean, Rory told me about it. I haven't seen it. I'm guessing it's probably them using the monogram logo as their new logo. I'm guessing. I'm guessing 41st minute. But I'll check out what it looks like soon. If I could just get sent the article or whatever. Playing forward. Send you the photo, look after the stream. Okay. Playing forward, 42nd minute. I mean, yeah, the Democratic primary definitely is fixed. I mean, there's a reason why RFK went independent, because he wasn't getting a shot. Might as well go third party. RFK wasn't getting a fair shot. Of course he should go. He went third party. Playing in, throw in, header, save. Oh, not a good positioning there. Here's a chance shot blocked away. They got in position. Rebrand of in-stadium announcements and logos inspired by the NYC subway. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Just like their home kit right now, based off the subway tiles and all that. I agree. RFK Jr., he is a good man. I agree. I like RFK Jr. I've always, even though I'm more of a libertarian, and let's be honest, I do not. I'm more of a libertarian. I don't think anybody who leans left says libertarian, even though there are left libertarians. So I think that tells you exactly where. But I've always liked the Kennedys. I like JFK. I like RFK Sr. I like RFK Jr. I've always thought the Kennedys were good, cared about their country. I think the Kennedys, even though nothing good ever happens to them, I thought the Kennedys were always doing the right thing. I thought the Kennedys, as a family, always have done the right thing or tried to do the right thing. And same thing with RFK Jr. So I've always respected the Kennedys. I've shot. And there's, oh, what a save. So I've always respected the Kennedys as a family. Looking back at history, and RFK Jr.'s, of course, one of them. So pretty much the same. Yeah, same here. Same here. Same here. It's a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty for Pachuca. Handball. Yep, right there. Handball. Handling on Girault. Handball. Penalty. 44th minute, right at the half. I think Portland will have Cushing fired. He handballed. Handling. Look, Girault, hand, right there. See it now. How we doing, Ephraim? Welcome back. 0-0, but Pachuca gets a penalty right at the half. Girault with a handball. Called for handling in the box. 1 minute of stoppage time. And here comes the chance for Pachuca to take the lead on the night. They've played, it's been a very even game. Both teams have had chances, but looks to me like this might just be the one. Solomon Rondon to take the penalty. Solomon Rondon. Formerly in Newcastle, of course. Solomon Rondon to take the penalty. I think this is, honestly, if they score here, I think a lead's deserved. A slight lead for either side is deserved, I would say. Both teams have had some good moments. Solomon Rondon to take this penalty. Versus Andre Blake. El Brujo's drawn with the ref. VAR. They're going to check it on VAR. Rondon is still alive and playing football. That's crazy. He ain't that old. I mean, they're going to VAR. I mean, that was a handball. I don't know why they're checking this. That was a handball. I don't know why not. Why not check it? Or why check it, I should say. Unless, but there was a handball there. Like, that is undeniable. Oh, and the build-up. Oh. I guess maybe a handball on the build-up, but that hit his hand. I think maybe on the build-up there was a handball on Pachuca, but it looks like he didn't stop there. Let's see what he says. What's the ref say? And it is yellow card. No yellow card. Goal kick. It is a goal kick. Or, no. It's a pen. It's not a pen, lol. No penalty. Free kick. No penalty. No penalty. I think it was a handball on the build-up that did it. Hold on. Watch. Handball right there. Turns back around. So there was a handball on both ends, but of course the handball by Pachuca ends the attack. So no penalty. 1 minute of stoppage time to actually play. That'll be a free kick for Philly. Handball by Pedrosa on the build-up. Yep. And it's halftime. Halftime. 0-0 at the half. A pretty even half, and VAR intervenes. At the half, it's 0-0. Middle tiempo, 0-0. Another 45 to go in this match. Pretty even, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, go for the second half, and then get that RSR done when this one's over. Yeah, honestly, that reminds me of that too. This reminds me of that too. Take a short break. Take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. Back for the stats at the half. We got 61% possession, 39% possession, 3 shots to 9, 2 shots on goal to 2, 215 accurate passes to 135, 79% to 78% pass accuracy, 3 fouls to 11, 1 offside or 1 corner to 3, 3 shots to 9, 2 shots on goal to 2, 272 passes to 172, 79% pass accuracy to 78. We got 13 throws, 7, 0 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 0-0 at the half, 0-0, medio tiempo. Even game, a very even game, a very tight game for both teams. I'd say Pachuca has slightly better chances. Pachuca's had the slightly better chances during this game, but fairly enough, this game is 0-0 so far. For Pachuca, that's great. Well, they need to get an away goal, but I think they'll win at home anyway. But Philly needs to at least get a goal in this game, I would say. A 1-1 draw would probably benefit both sides. But one gets the away goal, one at least got a goal. But again, pretty even game so far. Pachuca needs to change some things up. Philly needs to change some things up. Whoever changes it up the best wins the game, or we may just still get a draw. Either way, we got another 45 minutes to go and a pretty even game. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Yeah. So, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Thoughts on Miami selling DeAndre Yedlin to Cincinnati. I don't like the move for Miami unless they're getting Sergei Roberto, but they still got to put Julian Gressel at back, outside back for 3 months pretty much, unless they get Sergei Roberto now. The quicker they get him, the better the move is. The slower they get him, the worse. I mean, for Cincinnati, it's a good move. They need a player like Yedlin. I think he's better than Powell. They need somebody who could possibly replace Barrial as well as Barrial played. We'll see what it is. Don't forget how tough Philly is. I'm confident they could take down Pachuca. If they take down Pachuca, it's smooth sailing the quarterfinals. Yeah, and then you have to play a semifinal against Chivas, America, or Alajuelense. Or maybe New England. I don't think Alajuelense will be too fun to play for y'all. I think they beat New England, but it's probably still going to be Chivas or America. But I still won't sleep on Alajuelense. You know, the sad thing about those Applebee's Sizzlers, they look really good. They won't taste good as well as they look. Let's be honest. They won't taste as good as they look, and you know it. But I actually want to try it. I'm not going to lie. Those Sizzler skillets, especially Alajuelense. Well, you should know. I mean, Saprissa, you should know. But Philly's not playing well right now, especially defensively. I mean, in this game, they've played better. In this game, they've played defensively better. I will admit that. But it doesn't hurt when you have Andre Blake back in goal. But Jakub Glesnes is still questionable right now. No Jack Elliott. You got Harriel playing center back. Thank God Andre Blake is back. Because if it was Oliver Semla, you'd be losing. For sure. You'd be losing. So, thank God Andre Blake is back. He still wasn't great in the first leg. Maybe he was holding that injury, and that's what it was. But let's look at the SKC game. Who was in goal for that? Semla. Then they put back Andre Blake for this game. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Andre Blake definitely is saving your ass a good bit. Question is how much? I still think the back line is a bit questionable right now. But waiting for the second half to start. 45 more minutes, then we'll do the RSR, have that going. If you want to be on the global stage, this is how we prove it. Hey, if you prove it, great. I'm not saying you can't. Just the way that Saprissa tie went and the first 2 weeks of the MLS season went, I'm a little bit questioning. But hey, if you prove it, great. I'll give you your due. I'll give you your due. Waiting for the second half. New sizzling skillets, Applebee's, I swear. Personally, I want to try them. Both of them look good. Orlando starts after this game. Well, I wanted to go live early for Robin Hood because if you remember how good that Robin Hood Cavalier live went, or that Robin Hood Cavalier review went, I wanted to see if I could catch that into a bottle again, which there are Robin Hood fans who like me. I wanted to give them some love. I wanted to give them some shout out, you know? Considering I can't do their next game because that's Miami. I want to at least try to touch on everything, or at least 7 out of the 8 ties. I think I will be able to watch every tie because I said I would do Orlando Tigres next week. So try to at least watch one game of every tie live and review it, you know? Not review all 7 out. Not review 8 out of 8, but review a couple, but try to go live for at least once out of 8. You know? Once of the sides of 8, you know? So just trust me. Trust me. Orlando starts after this game. I know. I'll be watching the game. I just won't be live for it or reviewing it for that matter. I'll be eating some pizza. I'll put this, the first half, I'll be making the RSR. I'll be uploading it. And then after that's done, I'll be watching the second half, eating some damn pizza. Yeah. Hey, pizza. Hey, pizza. Pizza Hut, 3 topping, hand toss large, beef, hamburger, bacon with pepperoni. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. 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 Waiting for the second half to start. And we're off in the second half. 45 more minutes. Speaking of, Alabama too early to call my ass. Maine too early. Massachusetts too early to call. Too early to call. Too early to call. Playing forward. Pizza Hut sponsor run. Second half has started, yes. Well, I mean, have I eaten it on camera? I don't think so. I've eaten on camera a couple of times. 46 minute. Still haven't called Vermont yet. I picked Pachuca to win the tie going into the round of 16. So, Pachuca. I'm going to go for my predictions. So, it is what it is. Pizza Hut or Burger King? Pizza Hut. I don't like Burger King. I don't like Burger King. "47th minute, Pizza Hut or Chipotle?" Pizza Hut. I don't like Chipotle. I'm not a fan of Chipotle either. Have a DiGiorno pizza. We still have one in the freezer downstairs. Gustavo Cabral gets a yellow card. Free kick for Kai Wagner. Kai Wagner free kick. Shot. Ooh, short. Oh. Good clearance. Playing forward. Society pie over any pizza place. Hey, if I go to Portland, I'll try it. Huh. 49th minute. Playing forward. Pachuca, 50th minute. '50th minute. Thoughts on Mexico making it to the semis of the Women's Gold Cup? I'm happy for them. They deserve it. They've been playing very well. They've been playing very well for the past year change ever since the fracaso at the W Championship, missing the World Cup. They played very well. And they've not lost a game in a while. So I think it's very good. They deserve to be at the semifinals. They played very well. And I think they can make the finals. I legitimately do. We'll see how good they play against Brazil. I think the way Mexico plays could really test Brazil. And whoever wins that game deserves to go to the final. Same as Canada, USA. We have 4 really good teams. Here's a chance. Nothing there. Playing. We have 4 really good teams playing. As the tournament goes. So, personally, I want it to be Mexico, Canada. That's what I want the final to be. Who's to say it will be, though? Do you think Mexico will beat Brazil in the Women's Gold Cup? I say yes. I legitimately do. I think Mexico can. It's basically on home soil for them. They played well against the USA. A lot of Mexican fans will come out. I think the way Mexico plays could really challenge Brazil. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Plays forward. Cross in for Pachuca. Header. That was cleared. Shot. Misses. Think that'll be a corner. Still 0-0. 0-0. Cross in. Good clearance. But Pachuca gets it back. Fighting for the ball. Very tough match so far. I have a feeling Canada will beat US. I agree. I think Canada will play much better than Colombia did, and I think they're actually going to try to beat them tactically, which I think really is how you could beat the U.S. right now. Not trying to get in their heads and be shithousing like Colombia did, which is weird because they have a lot of good tactical players as well. So that made no sense to me either. Let's see. I guess so. What's up, Isaiah? How we doing? Welcome back. 54 minute. 0-0. Pachuca playing forward. Idrisi. Cross. Oh, not good enough. 54th minute. Tennessee. Predicted. Oklahoma. North Carolina. Virginia. Too early. Too early. Too early. Still too early. That's 4 states called. Shot. Past the post. Mantha's going to Vegas. Yep. Anthony Mantha's going to Vegas. Yep. At Subway right now. At Subway right now. I made the dopest sandwich ever. What was it? What was the sandwich? If I go to Subway, I'm getting a steak and cheese. So 75th minute. With pickles and mayo. '55th minute. Playing forward Mbaizo. Gazdag. El Brujo Martinez. Oof. Gazdag. Yeah, Philly's playing much better than they did the first 4 weeks of the season right now. Playing so much better. Bedoya. Philly cheesesteak with pepper jack, peppers, onions, oregano on flatbread toasted. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Bro, I never go to Subway after finding out their tuna is not real tuna. I don't even know if Starkist is real tuna, so you know what? But I get steak and cheese, so I'll still go to Subway sometimes. Not much, but to be fair, Caprice only made it so far because of Glesnes. Legendary own goal. Well, also because Jakob Glesnes was selling the damn tie multiple in both games. He sold the tie. In both games, that man legit just sold the tie. So, Ramon 20%. Wow. Still 0-0. 57 minute. California-based fast food workers for chains with 60 or more locations around the nation will earn at least $20 an hour beginning in April. Good. Good. I think that's a good call. Not to mention Jersey Mike's is better too. I've never went to Jersey Mike's, so shot blocked away. I've never went to Jersey Mike's, so I like Penn Station. Penn Station is my favorite. That is the best Philly cheesesteak. To me, the worst Philly cheesesteak is the worst Philly cheesesteak is Hooters. I do not like a Hooters Philly cheesesteak. I don't. Now, I will say, though, the fried pickles at Hooters is amazing. Like, they do fried pickles right, let me tell you. Like, I'll legit just buy 3 rounds of fried pickles and down them things, you know? Shit, if I really want to, that's what I'll do. Bet, all right? Bet. Give me like 3 baskets of fried pickles. Honestly, Penn Station does it better. Like, since we're talking about, hey, look, we're talking about the Philadelphia Union, talking about Philly cheesesteaks. Crazy. I legitimately, I don't know, you know? If I went to Philly, I'd like to try Philly cheesesteak from Philly. Like a Geno's Steaks or something like that. I would. Because I think I'd be wrong to judge it. But I'm not really a fan of Cheese Whiz. Like, I'd rather it be like provolone melted on the sandwich. Like slice of provolone melted on the sandwich or something like that. I'm not really a fan of Cheese Whiz. Like, Cheese Whiz doesn't really have that. And that's what Philly does. But I'll give them a chance. I would give them a chance. But to me, I want the cheese to be melted on. Like a provolone or a Swiss. I go provolone, but similar. Best Philly cheesesteak I had was not in Philly. I think Penn Station does it the best, and I'm going to stick with that too. Charlie's, okay. Charlie's was okay. Wasn't as good as I remember it being. Mine was melted on when I had it. Oh, so they did do melted cheese. You just tell them exactly what type. So if I said provolone, it would be like, okay. All right. I could do that then. Playing forward. 60th minute. Best pizza I had was in New York by far. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Are you for betting or against betting? Do you think it should be legal nationwide? I'm for betting. I'm for legalizing gambling, betting, sports betting. Of course, people can go too far and get addicted, but I am for legalizing betting. Again, if you want to bet, it shouldn't be against the law to bet, you know? I don't see why it hurts, why the government wants it to be illegal, okay? I don't see why. But, of course, they're starting to legalize it in states, and it seems like it's both red and blue states. To me, gambling is a stupid thing to have illegal. Just like marijuana. Legalize marijuana looks like most states are. Decriminalize other drugs, especially for users. Now, dealing is a different story, but now if you're a dealer, a drug trafficker, a dealer, now that's a different story. And Bizo gets a yellow card. But yeah, exactly. Taxation is theft, but they just realized they can tax it, so legal. Taxation is theft. Oh, and by the way, hate to tell you, I don't know if you've heard this, but I hate to tell you, your tax dollars aren't even funding the government. You know what funds the government? Treasury bonds. And who buys the treasury bonds? The Fed. And how they get the money to buy those treasury bonds? They print money. Paper backed with paper. And the only reason you pay taxes is to assume or keep up the facade that the people fund the government. Because if it didn't, the US dollar would collapse. AKA, taxation is theft, and our taxes don't even mean nothing. I bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that. Firehouse has some good subs, and the proceeds go to firefighters. I haven't went to a Firehouse subs, but I'd like to try it, to be honest. I made it here. How we doing, Adam? Exactly. Wasn't this what we fought a war about to become a country? Was taxation without representation? And technically what you're doing is still taxation without representation? Interesting. Herediano won. I think so. I think the US dollar will collapse. Unless they go back to a gold standard, I think the US dollar will collapse. Because you're printing more money out of thin air due to treasury bonds and just printing money. At some point, you have no backing for that dollar. The value of the dollar is not there since you don't have the gold standard. If it was backed by gold, you'd have value with a dollar. You know what the tangible value of the dollar is. But since you don't print money backed by gold and you just print money backed by treasury bonds and printing out of thin air, that dollar truly has no value. It truly has no value. So I'm surprised the dollar hasn't collapsed yet. You think some like, and I'm surprised COVID didn't shoot that thing out into the freaking space. I'm surprised. I'm surprised because there is no value to that dollar. The value of that dollar is printed on the dollar, but is it really worth $1? Is it really worth 20? Is it really worth 50? No, it's not. There's no backing to it. There's no gold backing to that dollar. So yeah, you have more money in the system. That's also a problem because the more money you print, that money loses its value. And nobody seems to understand this. Like, people are just fine with saying, oh, I see a 1 on this bill. It's worth $1. No, it's not. And then, top it all off, all these conversions, exchange rates are based off the dollar. So if the dollar collapses, everything else collapses. You don't want the dollar to collapse, but here's the problem. It probably will. Unless you go back to a gold standard. Yes! Partially. Yes! Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm not a Keynesian. I do understand economics pretty well. Thank you. I am not a Keynesian. I understand economics pretty well. Thank you. Thank you. This could go anywhere I want it to go. They asked the question, I'm going to answer. And technically it is Super Tuesday, so I don't think anybody's going to disagree with what I said there, though. So Viva la libertad, carajo. Viva la libertad, carajo. The referee does suck, I agree, but at least he's not a scab. 0-0 esta noche. Philadelphia. Heard that Mbappe came to the quarterfinals, which we all expected. Yeah, good for them. Bayern's still losing the Champions League. Two handballs, one on Pachuca in the build-up, one in the box. There was no penalty. You also forget our tax dollars are funding the corrupt politicians that run our government, which is why they make millions per year, despite the fact their job pays them way less. Yeah, but there's also a thing called insider trading. That's probably what makes most of their money. Or I wouldn't say probably it is. Alexi Dominguez is coming on for Emilio Rodriguez. See, there's a thing called insider trading. Now, if you look up Congress insider trading, you're going to see all the trades that Pelosi, Schiff, all these politicians make. It's an interesting thing to look at. That's all I'm going to say. It's an interesting thing to look at. You're going to see all the stock trades they make. It's an interesting thing to look at, I would say. And honestly, you probably should follow. If you got money in the stock market and got any money in these stocks, I would follow what they're doing because that makes you some money. I'm not for insider trading, but I am for following the people that are going to brazenly do it and have their trades posted on the internet because people know. And it seems to nothing be done. You know, it's just, but hey, if you have money in these stocks, might as well follow them. There's two things to learn here. If you're in the stock market and you have money in a stock that a politician buys, buy more. If you have money in a stock that a politician sells, sell it, especially with somebody like Pelosi or Schiff. Trust me, you know. If you have money in a stock that Jim Cramer likes, sell. If you have money in a stock that Jim Cramer doesn't like, buy it or buy more. If Jim Cramer doesn't like it, follow the insider trades and do the reverse of what Jim Cramer says. You'll be fine. You'll make some money. Trust me. Do the opposite of what Jim Cramer says and follow the politicians. You'll make some money. The school system is horrible right now. Yes. 70th minute. In theory, if you follow the politicians and go against what Jim Cramer says, you'll make money. Basically, follow, if you have money in the stocks that politicians are buying, buy more or buy some. If you have money in the stocks politicians are selling, take that money out, sell your stocks. Short them. Again, follow what the politicians are doing. Do the opposite of Jim Cramer. You'll make money. It's that easy. It's that easy. Oh, and buy Bitcoin. It's actually doing really good right now. Add Pachuca winning the tie. I'll buy Bitcoin, by the way. 71st minute. Yeah, he gave up, but I don't blame him. Like, he gave up on the Rapids early last year, which I don't blame him. I mean, hell, he was already half a Miami fan anyway. And half a Miami fan anyway. So, yeah, I'm in crypto. I'm in the market. Yeah. I've been holding what I bought for a while now, or what I first bought. I'm holding. Maybe I got to put some more in there. I'm not going to lie, but it's going really good. Maybe I should put some more in there, but I'm holding right now. It's going up. I would say make it a good portion of your portfolio on both sides. Like, if adding together stocks and crypto, I'd say make it about a 15, 20% portion of your portfolio. Because I do trust Bitcoin and crypto more than others. Now, here's another thing. Not just Bitcoin. Now, do not invest in Ethereum. Ethereum is a shit coin. Do not invest in Ethereum. Trust me. Tezos, Solana, those are some other good ones to invest in. Also invest in some of the smaller coins. Solana, Tezos, the Near protocol, other things such as. But don't buy NFTs and don't invest in Ethereum. That's just no. Don't. But mostly, if you're going to go crypto, mostly Bitcoin, maybe throw a little bit on some others. Not Ethereum. You'll be good. But I'd say Bitcoin should be about, crypto should be about 25%, 30% of your portfolio overall. Most of that Bitcoin. No NFTs. That was a 2021 thing anyway. And then, of course, original stocks. But options and stocks, so such as Jesus Bueno coming on for Philadelphia. A couple of games out. Mora and Bravo not far from being back. Good. Alejandro Bedoya coming out for Jesus Bueno. Yeah, Arsenal beat the hell out of Sheffield. They beat the hell out of Sheffield. I'm like, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 called. Arkansas called. Massachusetts, too early to call. Maine, too early to call. Back in the lead. Too early to call. How we doing? How much is 30% of your portfolio? Whatever money you're going to put into the market, crypto and stocks, you divide it up. So you take 30% of the money you're going to put into the market at certain times. You put that in crypto. Then you put most of that 30% in Bitcoin. Don't touch Ethereum. So about maybe 25% in Bitcoin. 5% in everything else, like Solana, Tezos, all that. Don't touch Ethereum. Just don't. But you take 30% out of the pot. So you have a pot of what you're going to put into the market in both cases. You take 30% out of that pot. You put 25% of that portion of the pot into Bitcoin. The other 5 goes into Tezos, Solana, all that. Then the other 70% goes into stocks. You so choose. You can go safe. You can go penny stocks. I don't care. But again, look at what Jim Cramer likes and don't go there. Don't go there. Yeah, they're scoring a lot of goals. Crypto is legit, yeah. 76 minute. Yeah, I've heard of them. Don't trust those either. Do it yourself. Do your research, but do it yourself. If you were doing bots, then you have money in Ethereum, and you don't want to do that. 76 minute. 76th minute. Cross in. Shot! Over the bar by Philly. I'm waiting to see. But there we go. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to say? This is your forte as well. Anything you want to say? FS2 and VIX. It's now too close to call, actually. Okay. Gazdag needed to bury that, and he just put it over the bar. 77th minute. Boo-hoo. Okay, 77th minute. What are you going to say? They really need Carranza. Yeah, Udo's a fake striker. It depends on who you're looking at. If you're looking at Nancy Pelosi or Adam Schiff, they're big movers and shakers. Their trades they're not trying to throw you off the trail because they don't know. Because Nancy Pelosi doesn't know that her trades are getting put on the internet. Because she knows nothing about the internet. You know she's telling the truth. She's being dumb. Or, let me say this more like, she doesn't know that people know her trades. She doesn't know. That she's openly brazen. She does not know that she's openly, brazenly insider trading. Like, she knows she's doing it, but she doesn't know that people know. Actually know. She knows. Or I should say, those are real. Now, some people might be using it to, play with the people. Pelosi, though? No. No. She doesn't realize her stuff's getting posted for the world to see. She doesn't realize it. Now, if she realized it, maybe she would use it against the people, but she don't realize it. Same as Schiff. We can agree both Real Sociedad and Lazio are not doing as good as earlier this season. Lopez coming on for Rodriguez. Yeah, I agree with that. They've fallen off. Well, if Miami wins the Champions Cup, they're in. And if not, MLS is probably going to put them in as the host team anyway. So, they win this tournament, they're in. Elias Montiel on for Eric Sanchez. Pachuca's going to take this last 10 minutes and just try to get out of here with a draw. Okay. Yeah, I disagree. I mean, of course, they have the first best 4 players in the league, but they got some good young players, but it's not the best roster. French League is now called the McDonald's League. I saw. Hmm. 80th minute. If Miami beats Nashville, what? Isn't the best roster LAFC, Toronto, and LA Galaxy? LAFC's roster the past couple of years has been the best roster in MLS history. Right now, I mean, LAFC's roster is awesome, honestly. So even now. 9 minutes to go. Well, see. I'm willing to bet that Biden is too stupid to trade stocks, or if he does, he probably only invests in ice cream companies. 100 bid on Ben & Jerry's. 100 bid on Ben & Jerry's. Let's go. Any good books on trading? Columbus roster is really good too. I agree. 100 bid on Ben & Jerry's goes Joe Biden. Probably would. '81st minute. But hey, oh, nothing Jim Cramer has written. Do not. Even when, well, actually, you know what? Jim Cramer used to be good. I don't know what happened to him. Okay, so anything Jim Cramer wrote before 2015, it might be okay to read. I don't know what happened. I used to like watching Jim Cramer back in like about over a decade ago. I'd say about 9 years ago. Around 2015, like I watched him from like 2013 to 2016. Around 2015, he lost his mind. I don't know what happened to him. Now it's just reverse what he does and you're good. But he used to be good at what he did. I think if he wrote a book before 2015, I guess read it. Because you can't change what a book says after it's been published. That's the good news about it. 82nd minute. That's the good news about it. So if it's before 2015, you can read his books. But if it's after, don't. Trust me. Like, I saw him freaking go nuts in real time. Like, I saw that man lose his mind in real time and become a freaking meme. Like, I was like, okay. 83rd minute. I mean, he always never had it. I don't think he had his mind, but, like, actually got bad at calling stocks. 100 bid on 31 flavors goes to Biden. Holland called Messi the GOAT. He knows ball. I say Toronto FC, Prime LAFC, and LA Galaxy are my top 3 MLS teams of all time. So 2017, Toronto FC, Prime LAFC, so now, and LA Galaxy back with Beckham. Got it. Wish Cristiano came to MLS and ditched Saudi. I don't know if you remember, but Cristiano could have came to Kansas City. Like, Kansas City were in there. You remember that, don't you? Like, Kansas City legitimately could have got him. Like, they were in. They were in for him last spring, last winter. They were in for him. They could have got him. No joke. It was actually closer than you thought. It's crazy. 84th minute. It's crazy. It's crazy. They almost got him. 84th minute. Still 0-0. Settle. I'm sure LA Galaxy. Well, wait, no. I think they used all the 3 DP spots with Gabriel Peck, Ricky Puig, and Joseph Paint still. I think LAFC still has open DP spot, or if Bouanga leaves, I mean, they could. But he chose money. Like Messi versus Cristiano in MLS, that would be. LA Galaxy beat San Jose 3-1 away, I saw. Thoughts on Mbappe trolling PSG? I mean, I'm not surprised. And besides, you don't mess with the pissed off Mbappe. Cristiano Ronaldo's wife said he only has 1 or 2 years left and he's going to retire. I don't believe her. Because if you remember the time that he went to Man United off of Juve, she said he was going to stay. Guess what? A day later, he left. He left Juve. So, think LA Galaxy is better now? Yes. Maybe Portland. I could see Portland going for Cristiano. I think they could get him. They need a striker, but I think it's gonna be Cabecita or Berterame. Probably Cabecita, looks like. 86th minute. Let's see here. Maine, called. Oklahoma, called. Tennessee, called. Virginia, called. North Carolina, called. 86th minute. Boom, 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 boom. Vermont looking good. A 6-minute. Hey, Ron, who would win Prime Barca or Prime City? Barcelona. Pep's Barca, yes. Wait. That was a bad miss. Sullivan. Off. For Marcus Anderson. That was a bad miss. Yeah, I agree. So, 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, and 11. All right. Playing forward, 88th minute. Take Cabecita Vela to Club America, maybe. CBS Sports Golazo made 242,000 views of the Champions League videos. 2DNA made 100,000. I can see why Televisa is going out of bit or going bankrupt. I can see why. I can see why. 88th minute. Oh, that's hilarious. That is legitimately hilarious. 88th minute. So Colorado, Minnesota, Texas, California, Utah, and Alaska are left. El Clasico tomorrow, Messi on Thursday. Good news for TUDNA. Yeah, I agree. 89th minute. '89th minute. Still no goal. Been pretty even still. It's still a pretty even game. I'd still say Pachuca had more quality chances. But Philly has been tough. They've defended very well. They haven't given up an away goal, so that is good news for them. Because if they draw on the road, they go through. Well, it's a scoring draw. If they draw on the road, they go through with a scoring draw. As of now. If they win, they go through. All they can't do is either draw 0-0, and they would go to extra time. Possibly could lose there or on penalties. And if they lose, they lose. So if they lose outright, that's the only way they get knocked out. Or possibly losing on penalties or extra time after a 0-0 draw after 90. Depending on what happens in extra time / penalties. But again, right now, I mean, things look pretty good for them. Could have been worse. 90th minute. How much stoppage time? We got 3 minutes. Looks like 3. Yep, 3 minutes. 3 more minutes. Snakes are frustrating. You think Pachuca will win because they're playing at home? Yes, I think so. So, yeah, sorry, GABO. I told you to take that money line, and so far it looks like you won't get it unless some crazy stuff's about to happen. I don't think Pachuca were sharp enough on goal. Andre Blake did save Philly's ass. He saved Philly's ass. Yeah, man of the match, Andre Blake, for sure. For sure. For sure. 2 minutes to go. Cross. Plays up at the top. Here's a shot. Saved by Blake. Nice. By the way, for my school speech and debate club meeting today, I got to choose a speech category to do for a speech and debate competition in April. You don't have to compete, but I want to compete. Nice. Nice. See, in tournaments, which is why I chose write speech. I chose a prose speech, which is a form of writing that focuses on the written, spoken language in the environment that more closely resembles the natural flow of speech and storytelling. Nice. I find that very interesting. Second minute. That is true, but Pachuca's really good right now, at least forward-wise. Defensively, questionable, but still. Well, he wasn't playing like he should against Miami, but 1 minute to go. Yeah, but Pachuca's really good offensively. If they could get one past Blake. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they don't. Or not enough, I should say. Pachuca made it hard on themselves, but then again, the last tournament they were in, they made it pretty hard on themselves. Seconds to go. They sold everyone no more Luis Chavez, but they have Solomon Rondon. So, and Eric Sanchez. $20 seconds. And Bizo to take the throw in with seconds left. Throw in. Full time. Full time. We got a 0-0 draw. 0-0 esta noche. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And we'll be on our way to the second match day tomorrow. So I will see you later for the review. And there you go. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you.